live. Live and lagging. That's okay. Hello and good morning, Commanders. I had to check the time on UTC right there. We're actually on our way right now to the home system of the Facebook group V491 Persei. I am currently 11 jumps out, and we are going to have a send-off for one of our admins who has decided to make the voyage to Sagittarius A in an underpowered asp because he likes a challenge and he is poor. But that's okay because he's got good spirit. Now, of course, with any other Twitch broadcast, you're only going to be able to hear my dialogue, and that's really too bad because he's having a bad voice day. And he's also horribly sad that he's going to be missing his friends for weeks. So what we're going to do is give him a good send-off, get as many people online as possible, and see what happens when we get there. I see YouTube's just going to split it into 15-minute chunks, but I can put up whatever we get from the broadcast at this point. So you'll have plenty of footage to watch on your lonely voyage. Oh, by the way, for those just tuning into the broadcast and didn't know, David is going to be a father. So congrats to David on his new family. Now we get to have bets. Is he going to get to Sagittarius A before or after his child is born? Go ahead and place your bets now. Remember that as we get closer to February, your bets will become null and void and everything's going to get locked in. So, there we go. One more jump. We are 10 jumps out. For those that couldn't hear, or for David remembering when he hears this broadcast later, he just called me a cheeky bastard. So when he watches the replay of this, he'll have a good laugh about it and remember all of the fun times of people plowing into his ship and playing bumper cars to get out of the access port. One of David's crowning achievements in the Xbox community was he managed to put a Type 7 that was fully loaded with cargo into an access port on a station and bounce around like a pinball until his ship and all of his cargo exploded, essentially resetting the game for him. And that was fantastic because so few of us have actually had a total lockdown fail where we have to start the entire game over. David is one of them, and he's already back up to the point now where he's going to voyage out into the great unknown to see the center of the galaxy. Once he's there, we're going to tell him to get close enough to Sagittarius A to do a detailed surface scan. He'll ask the question, how close do I need to be? We'll answer, closer.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Show everybody where I'm heading to. Right about there. Nice little green dot. We are approximately 72 hours or so into the release of game preview program build number 2. But not a whole lot of people have made it out to Sagittarius A on this side of it. I currently have 9 jumps to go, including a couple more fuel scoops. For those keeping track, that means that I've already made 5 or 6. Ooh.
3, 2, 1, engage.
So David, I have to ask the important question. On your long and lonely voyage with no human contact whatsoever, you'll be so far out there that even communications won't work. What will be your beverage of choice? Do they grow mini lemons out in space near the center of the galaxy?
Fuel scooping.
Okay. 2 tons of lemon cargo. And of course the water you'll have to recycle and use, and you're going to get used to doing sponge baths and stuff like that. Drinking processed urine. So hopefully he doesn't get to the point where he's delirious and mistakes the lemon water for the urine, because that's quite like to happen with David. Yeah.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Purely for medicinal purposes, you understand.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
For those that would like to follow my voyage along and can't see where I'm at right now, I'm just jumping into the system LP583. Dash 82. No new astronomical objects discovered, so we'll scoop some fuel.
Fuel scooping.
That is right, I am just as poor as David is because I don't have a fully outfitted ASP for exploring. So I know, I can't even afford a piece of ASP at this point. Yes, especially getting ASP in the galaxy in the 34th century, it can be very expensive. So it's something you obviously need to budget for. There's not a lot of ASP where David's going. I imagine he hasn't had some ASP in a while, so... That's good. David's just informing us that he just installed the new version of the holodeck to watch some vids and stuff on his way out there on his ship. That's positive. God, I got to cool down from 89%. Heading to Gliese 3008. I'm currently 7 jumps out.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
7 after this. Again, I'm making best time, so... And I'm still... What is that? 37 minutes ahead of where I thought I would be at this point. Mainly because I did not strip the sheets off the bed, and I will get a bollocking from my wife when she gets home.
Fuel scooping.
Since those are supposed to have been laundered by the time she gets home so that we can make the bed and sleep. Well, for this event, David is more important because David is going off into the great expansive unknown. We don't know when we're going to see him again. If we're going to see him again. We just been told that he barely has enough money to cover the insurance of his ship. Now, one of the things we're going to do eventually is we're going to, probably after retail release and things get settled down, is we're going to have the Sidewinder Center of the Galaxy Challenge. I've spec'd out a Sidewinder that rings in just under 3 million with a detailed surface scanner and an advanced discovery scanner and a Class 2A fuel scoop, and that is it. And the thing is to get as far out as you can.
Fuel scoop.
First one to touch Sagittarius A and make it back wins. And then in case of a tie, we're going to go to exploration data for the tiebreaker. Hey, it's a $3 million ship with 150,000 credit rebuy. That's chump change. Not for right now, later on in the game.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Hold on just a second. Hold on. Might have a slight problem. Yes, we do have a slight problem. But that's okay. I don't have enough fuel to make that particular jump, so I'm gonna... This is why you do this before you jump, David. You're gonna get out there in space, and it's a long way for the fuel rats to come rescue you. Yeah, well, that would be the plan. I have to make a quick pit stop. Oh, I just got dropped. That sucks. Okay. That's alright. Go back into open plane, see where it puts me. It's always bad when you have to recalc your course because you're going to run out of fuel. So you jump into a system thinking, okay, I'll just fuel up over here. And then you find out that no. No.
3, 2, 1, engage.
I should have echo jumped. Speaking of which, David, what's your plan for jump management when you're on your way to Sagittarius A?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Are you... So do you think your son or daughter will be here before you get back? What would, if you had to bet on yourself, would you be there and back before you are a father? Because you do know when you become a father, the amount of time you're going to be able to spend in the cockpit is going to change dramatically. It's a foregone conclusion there. All right. Ooh, sweet. All right. So I took it off of fastest, and I'm doing eco jumps now. I now have enough fuel to make it to V491 Persei without rescooping. That's how you do it with style.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, are you taking pictures with your trusty camera phone, or are you actually making screen caps?